Hi, friends. So it's the last week of the month, and you know what that means. It means it is time for us to actually focus on our TBR for the month, which I'm looking at it right now, and I've done terrible. I have not made any effort at all to actually read my TBR, and I think I have 7 books left on it. So we're just going to be doing a weekly vlog this week, and yeah, we're just going to try and finish off as much as we can because I've definitely been slacking quite a bit this month. So hi, my name's Kat. Welcome to the channel, and yeah, today is just going to be a reading vlog. I'll just mention too down below if you're interested. I have my Bookstagram linked, I have my beauty channel and my beauty Instagram as well. So if you're interested in any of those are linked down below. And also, if you haven't already, there's the subscribe button down below that you can subscribe to if you're interested in more content. So first thing we're going to do, let's take a quick look at the books that I do have left on my TBR and what I think I can realistically get to. So first off, I have The Shadow of the Wind, and this is a fantasy book. It's not too long. How long is it? Like 400 pages, 460. It's one that I'm a little nervous of. For some reason, I feel like this is going to be super dense, but it's been rolled over for 2 months now on my TBR, so I really don't want to bring it into a third month, and I'd really like to get to it. There's this world where we're following I think a young boy who discovers this author whose works have been systematically destroyed, and basically he's coming to realize he might be one of the last people in possession of this author's works. So I'm curious. It's also on my 25 books to read in 2025, so it would be great to get to it. Then The Liar's Knot by M.R. Carrick. Just need to again show that edition, how stunning it is. This is book 2. The sequel, I don't remember what the series is called, but it is the sequel to The Mask of Mirrors, which I read last month and really enjoyed. So it's one that I want to continue the series fairly quickly, in relatively quick succession to each other, so that way I don't forget details, because I did find it was one where the world building was a little difficult to get into. It's following a Venice-inspired world and all of these nobility within it. And it's one that I think it would be to my detriment if I waited too long in between editions. So I really want to get to that. On audio, I am halfway through Leviathan Falls, which is the final book in the Expanse series by James S. A. Corey. And yeah, I'm halfway through. I really would like to finish that. I think I still have, 7 hours left to listen to it, but it is possible we could potentially get there. Then also on audio, I do have a physical copy, but I am going to listen to it on audio. The Dragon Keeper by Robin Hobb, which is the first book in the Rainwild Chronicles, which I think is the 4th series within her Realm of the Elderlings world, and one that I'm really excited to get to because it's following a part of the world that I really prefer within this whole Realm of the Elderlings kind of world, and very much following dragons too, which I can't wait for. There's The Inevitable Rune by Matt Dinneman. This is book 7 in Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and I cannot believe I've waited till the end of the month to get to this one, because this has easily become my all-time favorite series. And yeah, I know why I procrastinated this one. So when I have finished this book, I'm officially caught up in that series, and I don't really want to be because then I'm gonna have to wait until the next one comes out. But I really want to get to this book because I love this series so much. So I really need to get to this one, and again, I don't want to roll it over to next month. I want to enjoy this and get all caught up in the series, I guess. And also Her Feral Beast, which is a Why Choose Shifter romance that I'm really enjoying. I'm 15% into it right now, and this is book 2 in a series. And I'm really, again, trying to focus on continuing on series that I'm involved in and really making an emphasis on actually finishing series I'm enjoying. So I'm starting to add any of the ones that I'm kind of into. I'm adding them on my TBR just to keep myself accountable, and we're kind of aiming to just do 1 book per series a month kind of thing. That's kind of where I'm keeping my TBR right now, is really focused on continuing these things. So that's where we're at. That is quite a few books to get to this week. And also, I'm probably going to, I'm sure I'm going to read other things too, because I'm just in this mood where I want to read everything and literally anything, I guess. So we'll see. We're going to try to really try and get as much done as possible this week. So that was enough of an intro. I'm going to go read right now, and I'll come in when I have some updates. Guess who's done some reading? That's right, me. I finally read some things. I'm actually kind of jumping between some things, but we are starting some books. We are making some progress, and I am manifesting that we're going to go into this weekend and have like the best reading weekend ever. And we are going to like get so many things done. We're also having a long weekend. So, I can't wait. I just finished up work and I do need to leave pretty shortly because I have a massage. I cannot wait. I need them every few months or else it really, really aggravates my migraines because I get a lot of like neck pain and scalp pain. So I get massages specifically for that. And if I don't super often, it just migraines go crazy. But before I leave, I have a little bit of time, and why not talk a little bit about what I've read, and then we are going to go into the evening and I'm going to read even more. I'm truly in this mood. Like, I have so many things I need to film, so many things I want to edit, so many things I want to do. But this weekend, like, I'm really thinking all I want to do is just cuddle up on the couch and read an insane amount, which is great. I haven't been in a mood like this intensely wanting to read in a bit. So, updates. I'm 25% into Her Rapid Beasts right now. Really enjoy this one. Like I said, I think I described it, but it's Why Choose Shifter Romances. We have one primary female main character and we're following all of her fated mate. They're in this school for rapid beasts, basically to be what's the word I want to use? But they're taught how to live in society of people who like can't quite control their animal sides. And our main character has a secret. It's been revealed at the end of first book, but basically she is this rare type of animal shifter and it's put her in a lot of danger. It's now known to her mates what she is, and they're all kind of looking at her slightly differently now. And I'm liking the dynamic. I like just this group dynamic too, because so many of the mates are like really unhinged and like rabid as we can kind of guess from the title. But I'm enjoying it, and it's good because we're getting to see more of these characters too. And I did find in the first one that was a little bit of my issue, is that there's at least one, maybe two, who we haven't seen a lot about, and I'm glad that we are starting to learn more and more about them. So I'm enjoying this. I just like having a great time with it. And then I started The Inevitable Rune, which is Dungeon Crawler Carl book 7, and I only got 9% in, which does correspond to like 60-70 pages because this is a long book, and I'm really, really trying to make this effort to not rush through this one because I enjoy this Dungeon Crawler Carl world so much, and I don't want to rush through it too much and then not enjoy the book, if that makes sense. Like, I want to savor it, and there is only a few days left in the month. If I want to finish this before the month is over, I'm gonna have to go a little bit faster. But at the same time, like, I am really, really enjoying this idea of like taking my time slowly with it and just sitting and enjoying every section. And also, like I mentioned before, when I'm finished this one, I'm all caught up and I don't think I'm ready. But in this one, what's going on in the level? Oh, this is the faction wars. So we've heard about this on every other book, and so many of the other books feel like they have been kind of set up for this one because it is one of the like biggest, craziest levels where there's all these different factions that are basically fighting for dominance, and all of the little crawlers getting caught in the middle. And there's been a lot of interesting things that have happened, and I am so excited to see how it plays out. So the 9% I've read so far is entirely just Carl and Donut have gotten to this level of the dungeon, and they are just setting up things for the war to come. And that's entirely it. Like, so far, pretty much all they've done is like open their achievement boxes, see what they accomplished on the last level, and kind of like just gather, their space and figure out kind of where they are. So not a lot has happened on that one, but again, really, really excited for the action to pick up. And then I very randomly decided to pick up another book that's not on my TBR. I'm kind of letting myself do some mood reading too, because again, like I said, we want to read so much this weekend. But I started The Last Dragon King by Leah Stone, and this was there's another list, like something that a video I have in the back of my mind that I have about like 10 more books to read for. I think I might try to do, but anyways, this book is on that list, and I'm really, really loving it. It's a fantasy romance, and I'm having a great time. So we're following our female main character. She lives in a world where basically she lives in this small town where there's all types of folks. So it's primarily human or people people with mixed magic. So basically people who are like partially elf, partially witch, partially dragon, partially whatever, but none of them are like full magical beings. None of them are really like powerful per se. And they live in this kingdom, which is ruled by a dragon king. So basically he has this dragon magic that enables him to like shift into a dragon. There's more to it. Like he also has like these other magical things. He can control fire, but the biggest thing, he is the most powerful dragon born in this realm. I think that's what they're called. I think they're called dragonborn, but he's the most powerful one. And he is the most dangerous, the most powerful. And because of his magic, he is so powerful that his last queen was unable to bear him a child. So basically his magic, when the child was inside her, kept like basically overpowering this queen's body, and eventually she ended up dying in childbirth because she wasn't able to actually like bring a child to term. So he, for some reason, desperate to have a baby right away, desperate to have an heir, and has started this competition where basically anybody throughout the realm who has a magic above a certain threshold of this dragon magic is being brought to the capital to be an eligible potential bride for him. And enter our female main character. So she, in this world, she's a hunter. She really kind of like, I don't know, she's kind of giving Katniss vibes at the beginning, at least, because she lives with her parents or her mother and her sister. Her father had passed away several years before, and she took up hunting as a way to keep her family fed and have something to trade with. And she, on the day that these hunters, not hunters, they're called sniffers, the people who smell of magic, they come to her town, and her mother is like panicked and says, "You have to get out of here. You cannot let them find you." And we come to realize, I don't know if this is a spoiler. I don't think it is, but we come to realize she is in fact not the biological child of her mother and might have access to a crazy amount of magic that could be very, very dangerous. So she ends up of course being scented, being selected, and the Dragon King brings her to this selection process. And now she's kind of in this thing where she's like, I need to either hide my magic or make it so that he falls in love with me and won't kill me. And I am having an amazing time with this one, like truly beyond addicted. And I like, I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. I love these like marriage competitions. Love it. Love somebody who has secret magic that they have to hide. Love just the vibe of our female main character. Like so many things about this is fantastic. And I am loving it so much. So yeah, that one's going amazing for me. And it was just a random one I picked up, but I'm so happy I did. So continuing on all of those, I do need to leave very, very soon to go get my massage done. And then tonight, I mean, I have other things I should do, but I want to read. I really just want to entirely read. So we'll see how it goes. So we might need to switch things up a little bit for the next few days. And I mean, I still really want to focus on reading my physical TBR, my TBR for the month, but also just realized I have 2 books on Libby that are expiring very soon, aka within the next 2 days, that I really want to get to. So we might need to kind of prioritize those. Actually, no, I have 3. Oh shit. One of them I think I can renew, but the other ones were express loans. So I have Immaculate Conception by Ling Huang, and their book last year, Natural Beauty, was one of my like top 10 favorite books of the year. So I've really wanted to get to this one, and the fact that it like finally came in as a hold is incredibly exciting to me. So I do like desperately want to get to that one. And yeah, it's just one that I really enjoy. So, well, that I think I really think I'm going to enjoy this one. So I really want to read it. And I think it's something to do with art world and 2 artists getting like really obsessed with each other / intertwined in each other's worlds. Love the sound of that. Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. That one, it's a new fantasy romance. It takes place in a magical school, and the magic has something to do with tarot cards, which is so cool. And Elise Kova is an author I really enjoy. So do want to get to that one. / I think it's also one of her first traditionally published books. And then I also have, so this one I think should be okay to renew if I don't get to it, but The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. So it's one that's on my 100 books to read. Well, it's on the New York Times 100 best books of the 21st century, which I am doing a series posts on Instagram where I'm reading those. And, it's one of the upcoming books that I need to have finished. So I do need to read this one. And I'll see what the hold is for it. Like if it has a very long wait, about whether or not I'll prioritize it the next few days. Because if it doesn't have a crazy wait, maybe I just won't worry about that one and just, know that it's coming back into my hands maybe soon, and just know that maybe it's going to come back into my hands sometime soon. So those are 3 that are now going to be added into the mix, and now we're going to really, really need to read. So where we are, didn't update last night again. I'm really seemingly just a one update a day kind of girl because I get tired and can't think of anything. We'll see if we're better today / tomorrow, just because we are reading a lot. But it is 4 p.m. now. I've kind of had the laziest day ever, which is needed. It's Saturday. I really honestly desperately needed a rest day. I had a not quite a migraine this morning, but just the start of one, which I was able to kind of avoid, thankfully, getting into an intense one. But it's been a bad week for that. I did have a migraine earlier this week, and it's been a bad week for those. So I took today to kind of just let myself rest. And I do think I need that. I think that's probably what is going to help me the most. And yeah, now I'm at a point in the day. I've pulled myself together, put some makeup on, drinking an energy drink a little bit better. And I've been just kind of editing for the last little bit because I don't know, I have videos I could film, but in my mind, I'm not quite there today. I'm not feeling that desire to really talk too long to a camera. This is fine, but sitting down for an hour to film something, the desire is not there. So editing, that's good. I always have a few things on the go that I can work on. / I do have some Instagram reels to edit. Good. But the biggest reading updates that we have so far. So I'm 60% into Her Rabid Beast right now. Loving it. I am so addicted to this right now. Honestly, this is capturing every bit of my attention, and I am fully invested, which feels amazing. I'm just so into this story, and I'm already having this feeling that I'm going to want to pick up book 3 immediately, because I did a little research into this, and there's 5 books in the series. The last one's coming out in December, and each one of them, which this is something that I love when Wide Shoes Romances do this, where each one of the books focuses on one of the male main characters. So book 1 was on this wolf shifter. This one is apparently on a lion shifter. Book 3, I just saw that it's going to be on this other shark shifter. And I really love that, because I love when a book is one of the books within the series is mostly focused on our female main character's relationship with one of the male main characters. And that's just something in Wide Shoes Romances that I really, really enjoy. So I am addicted to this one. It's not quite as unhinged as I tend to but it is fun. It is very, very fun. And it has this magical school aspect, so many things that I love. And yeah, I'm thoroughly addicted to it right now. So that's always going fantastic. And I've done a little bit of listening to Leviathan Falls, book 7 in the Expanse series. So now I'm getting close to the end actually of this one. No, not really. I'm 65-70% around there into it, which I guess we're kind of closer to the end. They're, chunky, just chopping away at some of the time that's left in there. So I'm still making progress in this one. I did have I walked for about an hour yesterday, and then that was a good time to listen to it. I listened to it while getting ready today, adding in a little bit more time to listen to this, because I do really, really want to get through it. I would love to finish this one off because I am very deeply enjoying it. And this is a series that overall has been such a big one in my life, if that makes sense. It's just been such a huge series that I have deeply loved, and really reminding me so many things about what I love about sci-fi. So that one's coming along, and yeah, I do really want to try and put a bit more of an emphasis on finishing this one off, and trying to get it done as soon as possible. So that is a focus. And yeah, otherwise I'm probably just gonna edit for a little bit longer, then have dinner with my husband. We might do Costco tonight, we'll see, but mostly tonight is just gonna be reading and editing. I'm not feeling up to too much else. I'm still feeling I don't have a migraine, but I'm feeling just a little dizzy from it. And yeah, it's just kind of how I'm feeling for tonight. So jumping back into the editing world, and I really should film some Instagram stuff too. I really need to do that. So okay, off I go. we have tons of progress to very quickly chat about because I need to go shower and get ready to head out to brunch. But before that, let us quickly talk about the reading I did yesterday. Did no updates yesterday. And yeah, just a little bit of where we are right now. So big thing. I finished Her Rapid Beast. And I'm giving this 4 stars. Very, very addicted to this series right now. Like ridiculously addicted if we're being very honest. And it is hard for me to not immediately go jump into the next one, because it ended on an interesting note that I am feeling very, very, very excited to learn more about. And yeah, I love my why choose shifter romances. They are just such a fun thing in my life, and always something I get so addicted to. Again, just like really love this one too, just because like the world building was interesting. I really, really like that we're in this magical academy type of setting. There's just so many things that are fun with this one. And yeah, 4 stars, really, really good. And then just to be a little chaotic, I did start 2 other books, and I do need to really, really prioritize today, like actually getting things finished, because I'm being a little too chaotic with some of this. But I think I mentioned that Arcana Academy and Immaculate Conception, both of those loans are due within like the next day or so. So I decided, let's try to prioritize these and see if we can get these Libby loans done. Maybe a mistake. Maybe I should have just renewed them, because especially in Arcana Academy, it's like 400 pages. That is going to be a very, very big push to finish today. But I am now 15% into that one, and that is definitely going to be a huge focus for today, / finishing every other book I have on the go. Like, I don't know. I also have like so many things I want to film today. I don't know how today's, but Arcana Academy, we're basically following our female main character. She's in this jail at the beginning of the book, and she'd been arrested for illegally using the magic in this world, I think it is. And basically she was imprisoned in this jail, and this prince comes to her and interrogates her, sentences her to death. Then she does this like really intense escape, but apparently that escape was a test to see how intense her magic is / how quick thinking she is. And he ends up immediately capturing her and saying like, okay, you are coming to this academy for me, and you are going to be working on my behalf. So that's where we are right now. She is about to enter this Arcana Academy, and it is just this academy where you learn to, I guess, use your magic skills, but she's already apparently a master at it, I think. And yeah, the magic here, it's very based on tarot cards. Each tarot card has a different power. You have to, I think, like draw your own one with special ingredients and imbue your magic into it as you're drawing it, and then you can use this card to like do something. The one example that we've really had so far is that there's a certain card that the prince used on our female main character, and I think it was like the 9 of Swords, and it forces her to tell the truth to 9 questions. So he asked her all these questions, and every one of them she's compelled magically to do it. So we'll be learning more about this magic. I'm intrigued. I do think it's kind of interesting. Not something really used I've seen before. Like the closest comparison I can think of is One Dark Window, which did also have a card-based magic system, but a little different. And this one, I think it is using the standard minor and major arcana within a tarot deck. So a little more similar to something we would actually be aware of, I guess. And then I started Immaculate Conception by Lin Huang, and I'm really not far into this one either, but this is a shorter one. And we're in some kind of, I think, dystopian world. Like it seems like there's these unexplained barriers that have come in and like basically divided the world into different portions. And there's people who live within these areas that are called enclaves, and then people who are without, and they're called people in the fringes. And we really don't have a lot of explanation of that yet. So I don't know if that's going to really play into this, or it's just going to be kind of a weird world building detail. But it seems like we are kind of sci-fi-esque, which I was not expecting. And I mean, I'm always happy for a little sci-fi in my book. But our main character is an artist, and she's enrolled at this prestigious university for art, and very quickly becoming very like codependently entwined with this other artist, Mathilde. And the two of them seem to be getting like very obsessed with each other and just very like really dependent on each other. It seems like it's going to be a very, very toxic friendship / relationship, maybe. Not sure, but interested to see where it goes. I'm not really sure what this book exactly entails. I don't know if it's just like a story of obsession, a story of like art competition. I don't know why, but intrigued. So those are the ones I started. Still continuing on in The Inevitable Rune. I think I'm 13% now. Don't know if I'll get through that today. And I'm about 75% into Leviathan the Fall. So we still have a lot to do. I also have to finish The Last Dragon King because I did start that and I do want to finish it. So I have a lot on the go. A lot that I would like to read today. And I really, really don't know how realistic it is to actually get these done, especially because like I have a lot of things I would like to do today. And a lot of like filming and editing and organizing I want to do today. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I need to kind of decide what my priority is, but yeah, it's going to be maybe a little bit of a mess. So I need to go shower. I'm going to brunch very soon. And yeah, I guess I'll come back this afternoon / this morning maybe and just kind of tell you where I'm going. Okay, much later on in the evening, and we've been good today. I did a workout which ended up actually being probably the hardest cardio workout I've done in ages because I'm trying to get back into my running routine. And like last year at one point I was training for a triathlon and ended up injuring myself, and then it's been probably like 6 months since I've really kind of got back into it, and that itch is kind of hitting me again. So I did this like running interval workout today, and it was a lot, but felt amazing. Like felt really, really good. And I'm gonna see how my ankle does over the next few days. But safe to say, like I really, really want to get back to it, and I'm beyond excited about it too. So where we are right now in the day in terms of reading, I have not been great. So I was continuing on in Arcana. Oh my god, Arcana Academy, and realized that I severely misjudged the time that was left in this ebook before it was returned to Libby. And I know there's some people who like say they have this trick where if you turn off the Wi-Fi, it won't get returned. It doesn't work on my account. Like if I go put on I don't know, what is it, airplane mode or turn off the Wi-Fi, whatever, the ebook copy just stops working and I can't, like, it will not let me continue on in it. So unfortunately I kind of really, really misjudged that, and I got about 20% in before I realized like, oh, the book's actually due in an hour. So yeah, that kind of threw off my plan, and there was like no way I was going to read 300 pages in an hour, so I kind of just gave that up. But I am also now 90% into Leviathan Falls, so I've been listening to that quite a bit today while I've been doing stuff around the house, and I am really going to intensely push to get this done tonight because I really want to be done. And it's kind of like at a crazy climax right now where basically the arc of the last 3 books is really, really coming to a head, and so many things that we've kind of been watching for just ramp up. A lot of things really, really watching ramp up are coming like to a crazy climax, and it's interesting to see. Well, like again, I feel like every single time I talk about this, I will mention that this is not my favorite book within the series, and I do think it's very much, or like not even this one, but the last 3 books, they kind of went on a different story arc, and I feel like it kind of lost me a little bit, whereas the first 6 books in this series, like every one of them was pretty much a 5-star. The last few ones have all been like consistently 4 stars, so it's still enjoyed, but it just like involved a time jump, and then it just kind of, I don't know, like it didn't interest me quite as much. So I am gonna really, really push to finish that tonight because, you know, of course, let's do it. And just chaotically not sticking to my TBR, I finished The Last Dragon King. And I don't know, like I think I'm giving this 5 stars. I've been like talking back and forth in my head, and like I think I'm gonna give it 5 star. And it's so funny. I feel like I wildly disagree with so many people on their opinions constantly, because when I'm looking at Goodreads, the average rating is like 3.5, and give me a divisive book and I'm always going to feel like really, really intensely one way or another. And yeah, I love this one. Okay, actually I will say the last few chapters had something like kind of a trope that happened that really was not for me, and that's probably bumping it down to a 4.5 star more of. And I don't know, in my mind, like 4.5, I tend to usually round up if I have like a 0.5, so that's gonna kind of, it's maybe like not a true 5 star, but it's just something about it. I was so addicted to this book. And I find with fantasy romance, if I am rating something a 5 star, is it good? Usually it's kind of okay, but it's much more of just something that I am ridiculously addicted to. And that's much more of my preference. It's just, I need to be really, really addicted to it. And if I am flying through this book and cannot stop thinking about it, 5 star. It is just a vibe. It is not a literary analysis or anything. It is just me saying, yep, really enjoyed it. I'm really, really into these like marriage competition books, and they're just fun. They're just really, really fun. I like pretty pretty much always, if something's like comped as like The Bachelor X The Hunger Games kind of thing, which I think this one sort of is, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to enjoy it. And we don't need to really like think more about it. I just know I'm going to like it. So yeah, that was a very, very good, not even surprise, but just a good feeling that I enjoyed that one that much. So where we are now, tonight, it is 6 p.m. I still need to do dinner. I have some more filming to do. I did just film a fall shop my stash from my beauty page, and I have a few other things that I'm just going to film, like the voiceover for / a few more updates. And then we're going to see how much time / energy I have tonight to read. So we're going to see if I can actually finish anything else, if I can make more progress. Really, really, really want to try to finish Leviathan Falls, and then we'll see if I can actually, like, I don't know, have a mental energy to finish something else too. So we will hope for the best. Editing me here, because I just realized I never actually filmed an intro to this vlog, or outro. Basically, I finished Leviathan Falls. I really quickly want to say that it was a 4-star read for me. I think it was a very satisfying conclusion to the series as a whole. But at the same time, like, the second arc of this series was not necessarily my favorite thing. And yeah, I wasn't as emotionally invested in this as I thought it would be. There's a lot of things that happened to these characters in the last few books that I feel very sad about, and I'm not super thrilled, I guess we could say. The ending was also really, really weird. There was like a outro paragraph that was just wild. But yeah, done that one. And so we're just going to quickly say that and then actually end off the vlog here. So somewhat productive week. We did get some reading done, which is always nice. And so thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, would love if you'd consider subscribing, and I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Bye.